Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Scott, I know Nikki was in here earlier. Hopefully she's asleep. Hey, Scott, how you doing? Tommy J, Logan, Jamie, going Grays, how are you? Mark, almost retired in Thailand. How are you, brother? I hope you're doing well. Hey, Andrew, how's it going? Um, I was interested in case other people that's on here. I don't know, Logan, do you use StreamYard? I got ready to start this thing, and they've got a new thing in the branding deal that shows intro and outro. And it's you pick one, you click on it, you pick it. And now, before I used to have to click the video and then click go live and blah, blah, and, try to play catch up. And now you just press it. It says you want to play, the intro and start it. Yeah, click, and you don't have to do shit. So, in case somebody's wondering about StreamYard or uses it, uh, fully retired now. Okay, good, good. And that's an awesome thing to hear, especially since I don't know, when was it? 3 years ago, right? Was when I met Mark and well, we've known each other for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years or more maybe now on the internet. And then we met up in John Tiem Pate or whatever. And then he bought a house, did all this, and then decided to go back to work for a few years, which I still think, I look at different stuff, and it does kind of especially now, man, the older, but like, remember I was talking about way back when, okay, like last year in December, saying, pretty soon it's going to be Christmas again in 3 weeks. And did it seem like a year to you? I don't know. You guys tell me. Younger guys like Logan and Jamie, or guys or gals, it just seems faster and faster and faster. I mean, that's all I can say. It Yeah, I don't know. And I've been feeling like shit. I went on the camping trip, had a good time. I've got a video that I can put together. It's going to be a short one. I didn't feel enthused. I just got absolutely no drive to, and some people say, well, you're a fat bastard. Yeah, I've been pretty much a fat bastard on and off my whole life, and I still never felt like this. So I talked to a good buddy of mine who I grew up with, and he lives in Phoenix. And he said, get off that septic or whatever the hell it is. He says it's poison. So he wants me to get off that. He wants me to bring my testosterone from 500 to 750, and he wants me to start moving around. He's in great shape. He looks like he's 50, and he's the same age as me, 68, or gonna be 68. Just no drive to do shit, man. And it just isn't like me. I've been, like I said, I've been, hey, Al, how you doing? I've been, on and off my whole life. I've always, especially less when I was younger and constantly in sports. Then then I stayed at the 185, 190 pound mark, good shape, working out, running, all that shit. Once the sports, excuse me, the sports and activity stopped, then my weight did this over the years. It just, up to 260 down to 205. I felt the best like right around 200 pounds, 205. They said, oh, you should be 163 pounds. Blow me. I mean, there's maybe one of my thighs. There's no way. I was down to 176 once when I was a kid and felt weak as hell. Like I said, right around 205, 210, right in that area, I felt good. So we'll see what happens. But I'm going to stop that septic or whatever it is. I got a doctor's appointment on the 19th, so I'll notify him of that, or tell my doctor I want to quit it, because I don't know if it's something you can just stop. Someone will have to tell me. But and then I got to go back. The lady told me when I was in the doctor's office, said, I'll give you this shot. It's not a big deal to me. Said, you might get a little grumpy. I said, well, I know what testosterone does. But they were giving it to me, like I said, 20 years ago, saying my T was low. So now my buddy runs his at 900, but he works out, like he told me the other day. Well, I just did 100 pull-ups before I started my workout. So that's the kind of shape he's in, and his wife, who's younger than him, and a beautiful person, and I think they work out every day, pretty much. But he said you need to get I don't care if you walk down the street, whatever it is. So he's concerned about me, and I am to a certain extent too. I don't want to croak. I want to hang out as long as I don't feel like this. It's like, man, I just don't want to do shit. I never even took the kayak off the truck. I just didn't want to. I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel good. And right now I'm trying to build. I don't know if you guys can see it. This is the charge controller for the box. But if you can see this box here, that's the 100 amp, 12 volt, 12.8, 100 amp hour lithium ion phosphate battery. Now I have to put 3 breakers like this in there. I have to put that controller in that box. You can see all the wires and crap that I have, and I want 2. Yeah, I'm going to put these 2 in Anderson connectors, put in there too, so that I can clip in I'm going to put a red one on the electric motor, the trolling motor, and the other one will be the connector for the 220 amp solar panel. So I at least getting a little drive to do that. Hey brother, how you doing? I ordered everything too, by the way. Yesterday I think I spent 5,000 baht for everything that I needed, but I've got it all on the way. In fact, Macro is supposed to come this morning, so I'll be in touch with you. But but on the most part, just not feeling the way they said, am I an old bastard? Yes. Am I a fat bastard? Yes. But I just don't think I should. My knee pain. I did talk to Chuck online the other day, and he, not stem cells, but there's some other kind of injections that they're giving on the knees that they're having like real good success with. I forget the name of it. Maybe somebody here knows. I'll contact him again. And it didn't sound like it was really expensive, and maybe I'll try it. They're both horrible, but my left knee is worse than my right knee, so I'll try it. There's no gap in there. They're completely arthritic and bone on bone, and I get pain medication, but most of that goes to the family. I take it maybe once a month or something when the pain gets really bad. But I've been dealing with it since I was 18, so it's almost second nature for me to deal with pain. That pain anyway. Plasma, is that what it is? I don't remember, but he said that they're having really good success with it. Used to spend a lot of time on them. On jet skis? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I've got everything here. If you could look at this room, I've got a box. I've got a complete pulley system to hang this thing from either above my truck where it's parked next to the trailer or in my driveway. It's a pulley system. They make them for bicycles and kayaks. That kayak only weighs 50 pounds. I've got all the stuff and the wire and everything else. You can see these bus bars. This is what else I've got to fit inside that box too, is both the positive and a negative bus bar, has got to fit in there. And this is the top of the box. I was going to try to mount, I wanted to mount this, here, like that, but it hits the top of the battery. So I don't know. I've been fooling around with that for 3 days, but actually I've been kind of enjoying that because it just kind of keeps my brain numb, Palette routine. Okay, I'll find out. Question: if you get it off the exactly way you have to, I probably, because I'm imagining. He said my sugar level's been absolutely spot on every time I've gone in. Now on the 19th, when I go in, on the 18th, I got to go in the day before and give a full fasting. They're going to take 90 tubes of blood out of my arms and a full blood deal. And so hopefully, I want them to run everything. I've been just something ain't right. Something ain't right, and it could be. I figure maybe I'll try that because I don't know. I shouldn't need something like that to stop shoving food in my pie hole. I should be able to do that. So, and the stuff's expensive as hell. And from what my buddy's telling me, all the people, the Phoenix has got a ton of dough in it, and he's in the upper echelons of the people there, and the people that are taking the stuff there for weight reasons, they're all getting sickly. He said. So he said, I just don't see no reason for it, Dave. He said it's seems stupid to me. So when he's telling me there's something stupid, I listen. But so I'm going to go ahead and talk to it. And I'm not going to let the doctor talk me out of it. I'm going to tell him I want off it. So are they going to have to adjust the other ones? Maybe. I think it all depends on what I'm eating. But am I going to have to probably start testing again 3 times a week or something? I should be anyway, and I don't. But because I'd rather do it with, because every once in a while I'll get a sweet tooth and I'll eat a Snickers bar, and crap like that. And probably not the smartest crap in the world. I made cheesecake and and ate big slices of cheesecake. So I could alter that. That isn't something that I have to do. And I'd rather do that than take any more freaking medication. I'd like to get off of the crap that I'm on now. One of them will have to do with my weight. And when my weight gets down close to where I was talking about, 205, something like that, both my blood pressure and that kind of stuff and if I'm eating right, will go away, So I don't know. I think I have to make a decision. It's either roll over and die, okay, which just isn't in my freaking vocabulary, or fight and try to figure out what the hell's wrong and stop shoving crap in your pie hole. Eat the right stuff. Thank God, and be lucky that you got to eat Jack in the Box for 60 plus years and crap your whole life. And now it's time to throttle it back and eat the right crap and try to stay alive. So here's the time. Yeah. Aaron's really into that stuff. I'm gonna see him, I think, shortly, and we're gonna try to rap about my health and stuff. And I talked to my buddy. I got to get back that stuff that we had talked about. I didn't send him that that name of that crap. Hey, Robert Mack. Hey, Andy, how you doing? But I'm gonna be 68 here on the 22nd. So what's that, a week away or something? I first of all, I mean, I'm on cloud freaking 9 because I figured I'd be dead by at tops 40. Okay, 40. So I'm 28 years to the plus side. You gotta be doing cartwheels over that, But I don't know, it's just I used to enjoy, even with the YouTube stuff, taking the videos and stuff, and really wanted to get into this camping thing. I really enjoyed it. Even when I felt like shit, sitting there for 2.5, 3 days, I had a good time. I just didn't want to do anything. I'd go outside, I'd sit in the chair, bullshit with my wife, my father-in-law, and my mother-in-law. Ended up staying at least one night. My father-in-law stayed all nights. My mother-in-law came over from the house and stayed one night. I had a good time, and it's it's reasonable. It was like 2,800 baht. And again, they didn't even. This is a new place. It's 30 minutes from my house, and the people were really nice. It's a community-owned deal. It's like the land around the reservoir is owned by that province. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I got MF for not saying that right in the past. Not that I give a shit, but and they came by. A school teacher wanted to know how come I was only flying the American flag, and I said, "You're a Thai lady, right?" Yeah, I said, "You speak great English." I'm an English teacher. I said, "Talk to my Thai wife. She's the one that bought the American flag and hung it. She does have a Thai flag." Well, she ended up. I told her. I said the lady was busting my stones. Not bad, but just saying people could take it wrongly They could take a picture of it, put it on social media, and say, who is this guy just thinking he's gonna, take over the world, whatever. She said they could screw with you. I said I appreciate that. I was nice to her, of course. And all the other people around, they come by, and I guess these plots next to the reservoir, they're turning into campgrounds, and then they put that money back into the community. And it's still the same as most of all of them, 100 baht a night. But I told them you need, if you've got a wife or you got people that can cook, and they did. They cooked rice soup for us every morning. They made papaya salad. They made some fried pork, some fried chicken. Made extra money for themselves. So it was nice. But I enjoyed myself even doing nothing. But I don't like that, And I really want to get on this on the kayak. I will finish that, and it will be fun. But it's a good place close to here to take it out and check it all out. Hopefully I'll get to do that before I have to go. I'm going to be making a trip on the 20th and then coming back before Christmas. I was going to try to go to Chuck's. I got invited to go to the Christmas party for the school, but I did rent a room there already. Mitch is going, I believe, but I don't think I'm going. I think I'm going to hang with my wife. So I'll cancel that room. And then on the 28th, and man, listen to this. So a month ago, my wife said, the kids have off for the New Year deal. It's going to be expensive anywhere that we go, but can you get a place, maybe the Garden View Hotel, which is a 5-star hotel. It's the one that we stayed at 2 or 3 times, mainly Thai people, but a really nice resort. Is it 5? I don't know. It might be 4, but they say they're 5. But it's really a nice place, including breakfast and all that. And when I got it, I got 4 nights, and I have to get 4 adults, and they don't have big rooms or whatever. So I had to get 2 rooms for 4 nights, and it was like 14,000 baht, which is about 1,800, $50 a night. Which I could sit there and bitch and go, God, that's expensive. I'm used to spending like 1,000 or something, right? And then I thought about it, and I checked it. I go, that's only 50. And we were laying in bed this morning after I got out here, because I get out here at 4:30. Go back in at around 7, and we spend about half hour, 45 minutes bullshitting before she jumps in the shower and goes to work. But listen to this. So when I'm on there, she's on a Gota, and I'm going, she goes, what's the dates? You have the dates right? Get there on the 28th, and we leave on the 1st. I said, yeah. She said, okay. And then she goes, holy shit. And I go, what? Well, she went on a Gota, or Thai Agoda or whatever, for the same nights for 2 rooms, 56,000 baht for the same 2 rooms. And I just about went, wow, I thought 14 I was getting expensive. I didn't spend that much when we went to Trinity for a week. I think that was 40, 42 or something. But anyway, yeah. So, if you're in Thailand and you're going to be doing something in the John Tiem area, or pretty much probably anywhere during the New Year deal, stay 2 or 3 months out, get yourself a room. Anyway, let me go back on this thing here. What did I miss here? I was feeling like crap today. Slammed vitamin C, zinc, yeah, and you feel better now, a million times better. Yeah, I take a multivitamin. Ever since I've been here, I bought like that Centrum Platinum 50 plus or whatever, vitamins. I've always thought they were good. They're fairly reasonable. I think I got them at Sam's Club, and you get like 250 of them for whatever. But I buy them here off the line at Lasada, and I buy them for a family. I buy female ones and male ones, and my wife gives them to the kids, and my father-in-law, and we all take them. So at least take a multivitamin. But I don't supplement pretty much anything else as far as vitamin wise or stuff. It's really weird because every time I think of saying, taking something like that, I have to run it by the guy that saved my life 8 times, my doctor. And, he'll give me the yay or nay. And most of the time it's a nay. if it's any kind of even natural shit. He knows he knows what my pump is going to do. So I try to run it by him. If there's a law in Thailand about flying flags that are not Thai. Really? I didn't know that. Anybody know about that? But we have Aussie flags together with Thai flags at home. Yeah, I don't. Half the dump trucks in my area have American flags painted on them. Yeah, she wasn't. She just said that some people could take offense by it, by just having the American flag. And I said, I don't know, man. My wife's, I didn't tell her to do shit. I didn't say it that way. I said, but it was my wife, and she never came back around, but a lot of people came around. Very cordial, very nice. The little campground's awesome. If you're around Surin, it's definitely, like I said, I think camping is a big thing here in Thailand, and it's only going to get more popular, especially, like I said, if you're a husband and wife and you got 2 kids, where are you going to go for 600 or 800 baht for a 2 or 3 days weekend and, have a tent and have electrical there. You can plug in a fan. The temperature here in Surin, in Isan, this time of year is outstanding. In fact, my mother-in-law and father-in-law wanted to sleep in the tents. Told them, you sleep in the trailer. They froze their asses off, and I think it got down to 21. So it's going to get cooler. This is my time of year here in Thailand, in case anybody didn't know that. Mine says I've been taking. My doctor said I should be taking 2 of those a day. What, platinums? Or somebody else say something. But yeah, I don't know. I think a multivitamin is a good choice. Are they a little bit pricey? Yeah, for probably a Thai person. Yeah, for me, I thought they were very reasonable. I think 250 of them for I don't know. I could actually go and look, but it wasn't outrageous. You have to kind of search around on Lasada because they go like this, what you're gonna get. You have to fly the Thai. Yeah, what we did was we flew them on either side of the awning, the American flag on one side and the Thai flag on the other. But I'll check into it. I'll have my wife do it. I'm sure she doesn't want to do anything that's gonna offend Thailand or offend Thai people. Hey Patty, how you doing? I only take omega-3 for over 30 years and vitamin D. No, sun. And that's what I've been on a heavy dose of vitamin D. Let's see, I've been in Thailand 6 years now. I'm going to say for at least the last 8 to 10 years. And it's one of those ones where I take a vitamin. Now that you mentioned that, I said I don't take anything else. Once a week. That's how heavy hitting dose of vitamin D. And my doctor said the same thing to me. You don't get out in the sun enough, but I don't know. My doctor's kept me on it. I haven't felt any worse for wear. Maybe I wouldn't know. But as I start to weed out some of this crap that I'm taking, enter into trying to walk, maybe relieving some of the pain in my knees, I just got to get to a point where I feel better. I really don't want to roll over and just say, "Oh, accept it." It's not in my blood. I don't want to accept that. I don't think that I need to. I think I can figure out there's something wrong, and I think I can figure it out, whether it's low T or something else, or it's the oseptic, if it's or maybe it's one of the pills I'm taking. I take I think a blood thinner still. I take a high blood pressure. I take a cholesterol, and I don't know why. I guess heart doctors are big on cholesterol pills. They don't care if your cholesterol is low. They want it lower. Your bad cholesterol anyway. But mine's always been within range, both good and bad. But according to my last heart doctor in the States, and this man who I value his opinion very, very highly here in Thailand, they're saying this is what you need to do. You need to keep that as low as possible. No strokes, no, crap like that. And then I don't know what else. I think that's pretty much it. But I take a crap load of pills. And I'd like to nail that back a little bit. So we'll see what happens. Um, let's see. It's 7. Well, I don't know. 4. Is that a vitamin D or D3? Yeah, I don't know what mine. It's a pill, little white pill. I'm trying to think what day I take it on. I got my some of my. I left them in the house, but yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just the pain I can deal with. I mean, it would be nice if it was gone. I know Robert Mackle, bless my stones about it, but unless I get down and lose 30 kilo or more, unless I get down to a weight that I feel comfortable, I'm not going to let them cut on my knees because I know me. If I'm a fat bastard and they cut on my knees and they want me to do some kind of rehabilitation shit, I'm going to go, F you. I know me. I'll just say, screw it. Give me the pain pills and, I won't do it. Especially, shit, I had one guy when I want to say in the States, the heaviest I was, I think, was when I went in the hospital when I got sick here, but that carried over from the States. When I went in for my knees before that, the doctor told me you need to lose 20 pounds because it was in the States before I'll even do the surgery. And he goes, in that, I'd like to see you lose more than that. So I don't know. I just know me. And so I want to be in decent shape if I'm going to go that route. But I'm going to try this other deal that Chuck was talking about. Don't you check your blood out? Every 3 months. I go into the doctor every 3 months. He gives me three months worth of the medication that I take. He checks my blood for my liver and all that because of medications I had taken in the past, I guess, or whatever, just to make sure my liver functions and all that are good. My potassium has been low over the years. It's been perfect. So I haven't had any problems. But I'm just now, those shots and stuff. I don't know. The shits, first off, I don't care. I care and I don't care about the money, but it's expensive as hell. Not that they don't reimburse me for most of it, but that septic, when my buddy told me it was poison, it kind of opened my eyes a little bit. So do I need to, it was given to me to lose weight, not to add to my diet. Oh, that's diabetes pills I take too. But it wasn't for that purpose, although it does serve that purpose. I know Tommy asked earlier if I'm going to have to monitor it when he takes me off, and I'm sure I am going to have to. But I can usually tell when when I was eating correctly, I had to go to him and say, you need to lower my medication because my freaking sugar's low, and I could feel it. I could feel it when it's 70. And he said, some people don't have a problem with 70, and some people, they have a big problem with 70. I said, well, I can feel it. And if I go and take like a bite of a candy bar or something like that, I can feel the energy. So it could be something in my diabetes that isn't, faring well with me, now. So I don't know. I've got to figure it out though, because I don't want to live like this for the rest of my days. I really don't. What does also what the fatty acids? Yeah, and they'd like me to eat tuna, but I like raw salmon. But it has a lot of the good essentials in it. But I guess it's not the greatest fish to eat. But I eat that raw, so I get everything out of that. But I don't. I do it once or twice a month because it's 700-800 baht. And I do it by myself, usually at lunchtime. And I bring my own low sodium soy sauce and my own hot chili oil and do it. Hey, just the man I wanted to talk to, Les. I wanted to tell you a story real quick. This is Les, in case you guys should be subscribed. That Almera, before we bought the Kicks, the electric hot rod that I call it, for my wife, basically. I wanted a 7-passenger if I was going to get something, but it was her car to drive every day. When we went over to Robinson's, they had some cars there, but they didn't have the top of the line Almera. And I think that's, you can correct me if it's wrong. That was the one that was in your video. And the guy said, I will bring it over to your house tomorrow morning. I said, okay. So he brought it over for a test drive. I go out, I get behind the wheel, and I'm going, I like this car. I get plenty of room, really a nice vehicle, right? I go down the street a mile and make a left, and I get onto like the main drag, and I said, okay, where is the cruise control? And he goes, oh, this car doesn't have cruise control. I said, this is the top of the line car, correct? He said, yes. It doesn't come with cruise control. He said, no. I turned right. He goes, where are you going? I'm going home. I will not buy a car that's a manual shift, and I will not buy a vehicle that doesn't have cruise control. So we ended up with the Kicks, which I absolutely love. I don't know if it's on the smaller side, but the car is awesome. But I think we paid, it was almost 1.2 because of my wife worked for the government, and because of this loan thing, it was like we paid right under 900 for that car, and that was the top of the line Kicks. But yeah, and when I saw your video, I gotta, and I'm so bad at freaking, spelling and everything else. It's like a nightmare for me to try to type something. But that Almera, I'd be curious if the new models now, because our car's 2 or 3, I think it's going to be 3 years old now, the Kicks. This was 2 or 3 years ago, did not come with cruise control. And I don't know if you check that out, I'd be real curious to hear if it did. I thought it was a great car, and it was reasonably priced to me at that time, because the stuff we were looking at was a 900 and above. And but I'm really, my wife is, her car, she loves her freaking car, and I do too. It's a good one. We're gonna drive that to Pattaya for the New Year's and meet the kids. So yeah, there's just no way, no way. When I got here, my wife had the Isuzu 4-door truck. I drove that. She drove her scooter. She wouldn't drive that to work. There's no place to park it anyway. But she's had her car for almost 3 years. I don't think she's ridden her scooter to work once since she's gotten the car. She loves that car. It's awesome. And that's one of the reasons that I wanted to get it, because she'd be at work and going, I can't come home yet. It'd be just storming, just dumping water down. She'd end up spending, getting off at 4 or 5 o'clock, spending 2 hours waiting for the downpours to end, and then driving home on the scooter. So that was one of the reasons that we did. I don't like all the electric buttons and sensors. I think the more things go wrong. Yeah, I think I tend to agree with you with that. Although that beeping, I have it on my truck and I have it on the hot rod. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm an old bastard and I don't see as many things as I used to. I like the, there's a car there. Okay. Thank you very much. Now the assist driving on my truck and this and that, I don't like. But that cruise control, when I'm out on the road, I don't like sitting there holding my foot. Besides the fact my feet are half asleep anyway, I think from diabetes. My legs, it's not good for me to sit in one position. That way, if I've got it on cruise control, I can cross my legs and move them over and do stuff. So I don't know. I think a top of the line car ought to at least have freaking cruise control. I'm with you, Les. I had a Toyota disabled more than a few beeps. Yeah, you know what though, Ben? That I'm telling you. I mean, for the times that it goes, I don't know. It just, maybe I got used to it. I don't really know, but a couple of times it saved me from pushing either somebody off the road or getting into an accident. So for that, well, I guess I'll deal with a beep or two. I'm not a big person on that truck that I've got. I will never figure out every freaking thing that it can do before I die. There's no way. I mean, it parks itself. I haven't even used that yet. It parallel parks. You do something, you get it there, you push the button, You let go of the wheel and it parks for you. I haven't even tried that yet. I haven't done it, so we'll see. My wife points all them out for me. She has a good hazard perception of sounds, better than a beep. Yeah, well, that's you having a wife in the car every time you're out. I guess would be uh, would be a good thing too. I don't know. I did like the car. I liked the way it drove. I liked the amount of room I had in the driver's seat, even in the passenger seat. Um, I really liked the car. I thought it was. I thought I wouldn't have bought the kicks if I didn't think they made good vehicles. I think anything that comes out of Japan or their quality control and stuff that they make is good stuff. It's always been that way with me anyway. But I don't. She yeah. When she's in the car, she pretty much lets me know where everybody. Scooter, scooter, scooter. Yeah, I see him. But a couple of times he said scooter and I didn't see him. So I don't know. Maybe it's a thing of getting old. I don't know about you, Les. I don't know about you, Mark. But at nighttime, and it's been this way for a long time with me. I'm gonna say for 10 years. Driving at night, man, I don't dig it at all. I don't see well. Uh, I don't like it. But I don't know if. Hey, Randy, how you doing? I don't know. I just don't. So I don't drive at night. Not that it's a big deal. I mean, every time that we're going somewhere, if we're gonna take a 2 day trip, we head out when the sun pops up at 6:05, and I don't like driving any more than I'll go six hours or something. I think that's probably pretty much max. There's no reason for it. I mean, I'm retired. Probably more of a reason for me to do it because I got my wife with me. Like I'm gonna go to Joe and Gift's wedding, and I'm thinking about taking the trailer and taking a 2 week trip on the way down there. I'm ambitious, right? I mean, I was just talking about how I feel like shit. That's if I get my shit together. Um, and then just flying her into Hua Hin and picking her up, spending the 2 days at the wedding, putting her back on a plane in Hua Hin and sending her back home. Um, a lot of people are in a better position to travel when their significant other doesn't work. Makes it a lot easier. It's hard for me. Hard for me to even try to get her to the States. I've got to. I still got to do that. I had my buddy that I talked to about getting off that Oseptic or whatever it is, and for boosting my tea a little bit. He said, when are you going to come and visit? And she wants to go too. So I've got to get the visas and everything in shape. We'll have to see. Same as me. I don't like driving at night. We're doing the same drive about doing a 17-hour drive. Yeah. And like I said, if I had my wife, we would just make the trip in the trailer and make a month trip out of it. It'd be great. But that's just not feasible right now. She's in the position where I think the biggest thing that she's been there 23 years now for TOT, the government, NT now. CAT and TOT were both owned by the government. They merged and became NT now. And that's the internet that I have here. That's, everything that we've got is NT stuff, except for Ubon. We got, it cost me more money, but I have fiber into Ubon now, which makes it nice. But I don't know. It would be nice, but the reason that she doesn't, I think, is because of the health insurance for both me. So they still cover, I think, the family, the kids. I think she even gets stuff for mom and dad. So I think it's going to be tough for my wife to do because we have enough money. It's not that. I mean, in Thailand, in case anybody is there, she works for the government. She works all that. Somebody that's working a really decent, good job in Thailand. Some of them are going to make more money, but for the most part, 25,000 baht a month. Okay, so let's see at I think it dipped down below 34 now, 33.5 or something. So let's say 25,000 times or divided by 33.5. $750 a month. Okay. And that's a decent wage for working class type people. Construction, 400, 500 baht a day, maybe even as low as 300 baht a day, depending on what they know. So they don't make a ton of dough here in Thailand. That's why I try to tell people, and I try to bite my tongue when I'm going, well, it's only 3,000 baht. Well, hell, somebody could live on 3,000 baht for food for the whole month, So I try to respectfully, try to curb when I do. I try not to do that. Say it that way. Huh. Hey, brother Ron, how you doing? But so I think she's going to work forever. Does it keep me from going anywhere? I can go anywhere I want. She doesn't care. She doesn't want me to go on the scooter, and she prefer I don't go alone, regardless what I'm driving. But for me, like if I'm jonesing for something, I could hop on a plane, fly out of Buriram, fly to Bangkok, get over to Phuket, spend it, or go to Krabi, go anywhere out of Bangkok. I could actually go out, probably even over to Udon, and get most flights, because I know I flew when we went sail fishing. I went over and met in Udon, where Tim lives, and we flew straight from there to Phuket. So anyway, I can go do what I want to, Joan. Get it out of my blood, stay on the beach, stay in a 5-star hotel, do whatever I want. I haven't had to do that much. But I do miss it. Like right now, I'm ready to sit and be able to look at the beach, and I will be doing that on the 28th for 4 days. But like I said, man, it freaked me out when I got that same hotel, 5-star hotel. I forget the name of it. I said it. Seaview. Is that what was the name of it? Come on, you guys let me know. But we were talking about it, in case you guys didn't hear it this morning. I was talking about I usually get up at 4:30 in the morning, come out here, fart around, look on the internet, watch some videos, and then I go back in about 7. My wife leaves for work at 8. We talk for 45 minutes, and it was the Garden Seaview Hotel Resort. Really nice. I like it. A lot of Thai, mostly Thai people, including breakfast. It was like 1,750 baht. Had to get 2 rooms, one for me and my wife, one for the 2 kids. And it was like 15,000 baht. And we were talking this morning about it. And my wife got on her phone and went on Agoda. And if you wanted to rent those same 2 rooms for those same 4 nights, 56,000 baht versus 14,3, I think is what it was. In fact, I've got it right here. Where was it? For that, I better be careful I don't cancel a booking by pressing the wrong button. 12,140 baht for the room, 2,150 baht for taxes and fees, total 14,290. So 14,3 versus 56,000 baht for the same 4 nights for 2 rooms. Unbelievable. Hey, David, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Hey, what's up, John? He was doing a live stream right before I came on about that the insurance thing. It was right about I think that guy getting shot is what I don't know. I caught part of it. I was trying to put stuff together for this morning, but anyway. So yeah, and I got it a month ago. So 2 months ahead for New Year's in Thailand is a difference between 3 weeks and getting it from 14,300 to 56,000 baht for the same exact deal, same exact days, everything. So if you're going to do something here in Thailand and you're going to do it around New Year's and you're in a big area like we are, John Tiem Pattaya area, do it 2 months in advance. Hey, Paul, how you doing? If you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe. Sorry, I got screens backwards again. You got to figure out how to flop that on my camera. But yeah, so for the gist of most of the stuff today is that I felt like shit. Something's wrong. I'm stopping the oseptic I'm boosting my my testosterone from 500 to about 750. Try to eat correctly, and get in a little better shape. Maybe get down towards lose 20 kilo. I don't know what I think right now. I weigh 250. I'd like to be 205 is what I'd like to be. So hopefully I can do that, and it'll make me happy. But something's wrong. It's just not right, man. I was corruption in healthcare. Okay. Yeah, I know you were talking about the healthcare stuff, and I imagine it was spurred by the guy that got assassinated. But the yeah, so I don't know. So I'm going to try starting to eliminate. Like I said, I talked to my buddy who's a bodybuilder, and he's my age. We grew up together, and he tells me the other day him and his wife are like perfectly fit, and I haven't talked to him in probably. I sent him something on Thanksgiving. We've always talked over the years. He's probably one of my best friends, and he told me how well today I did 100 pull-ups right before I started my workout. So, and he's going to be 68 in January. So he said no, obstetric is a poison, and he said people are getting sick from it, and get off it now. So I'll talk to my doctor on the 19th, and he said boost your testosterone up a little bit and start moving around. So we'll see what he says. Going to the city then for New Year's was hard to find a room, but did for 1,800, and that's what this one worked out to. Was 1,750 is what the 2 rooms for 4 nights worked out for each room. 1,750 a night, and that included breakfast. They have a good breakfast. It's a nice hotel. If you look it up on Agoda, Garden View Resort. It's really a nice place. Awesome pool. It's beach access. It's a nice place. But let's see. You do the 12-ounce curl. Yeah. I don't drink anymore. I drink like if you were to come into town, or, when I go to this barbecue I'm going to go to, I'll raise a glass to everybody there and drink a beer or two. But as soon as I get to that level that I know I'm going to be intoxicated, which could be probably 2 beers, it used to be margaritas. I am very lucky in the ability I can drink or not drink. I have probably 90% of my friends that are probably now gone. We're all alcoholics. But I have the ability I can drink a margarita with my Mexican food, which I would probably blow my brains out if I couldn't have a margarita with my Mexican food. And start sipping the next one and go, I'm getting a little lightheaded. Can you please bring me either soda water with a lime or a Coke Zero or whatever? And I have the ability to shut it off, which I'm just lucky, I guess. Same thing was when I quit drugs 45 years ago. It was cold turkey, cocaine, crank, acid, everything that I could take, all one time. Boom, that's it. See you later. I told you guys how I did that. I was into photography, have been pretty much my whole life. I just started buying stuff for myself. And after all this stuff, well, let's go buy an 8-ball. Well, no, I'm not doing drugs anymore. Let me go buy another camera, a lens, this or that. All of a sudden, after 2 weeks, my room is just full of brand new shit. I said, okay, this works for me. So I was lucky. Hey, Craig, how you doing? Glad you can make it. Hey, Nikki, who woke you up? The dog woke you up, and you needed to take him for a pee. I think I know that scenario. But hey, Brock, was Brock here? I didn't see anybody saying it. I'm going to stop that. I have my buddy tell me that Oseptic is poison. So I've been feeling like shit. If you watch the video or whatever, or the live stream from earlier, just don't feel good, man. Something ain't right, and like I said, I in my mind, I'm going to people, you're a fat bastard, yeah, but been that way my whole life, man, up and down, up and down. And I've never, even when I was heavy, I always had drive and oomph and stuff. It's either something I'm taking or something is running me down. So he told me that the stuff is no good. that the people that are on it are getting sick. So I believe him. And he said boost my, like I said, my testosterone up to 750. It's at 500 now, which is within the acceptable range. But if I start to work out a little bit, it won't hurt anything anyway. And for the people that are going, testosterone and steroids are bad for you, what is it going to do? Kill me? Well, it would take 20 years for me to take it in massive doses to probably do anything to me. And I'll be dead then. I think at 68, 78, 88, now I'll be dead. So we'll see. Hey, Douglas, how you doing? About binding balls. Is that what you heard? Is that what you took away from this? Makes your digestive tract stop and all. Yeah, exactly. I've heard just bad stuff now. So I'm going to talk to my doctor. I go on the 19th, and because I don't know if it's something that I can just quit cold turkey or they got to wean me off of it. I don't have a clue, but I'm pretty much done with it. Hey, what's up, traveler? Hope you're well. Hope your whole family is well, by the way. Good to see you. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. I'm just tired. Like I went on the vacation. I've got a video. I'll probably work on it. Just had no drive out there to do anything. Didn't even take the kayak off the truck. I felt like crap. It was windy out, so I didn't put the drone up. I took a little bit of video. I'll put out a little video on it anyway. But I enjoyed that stuff, and I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed relaxing and not doing shit. And my wife was there, and my father-in-law, and my mother-in-law, and I had a good time. But something ain't right, man. And I refuse to roll over and just not try to do anything about it. So I'm gonna try it. We'll see. Yeah, I was that one, especially when I was doing heavy drugs. Anything in moderation, man. And that was pretty much I didn't. Probably the drug that I abused the most was probably cocaine. I think I abused that more than anything else. The crank and stuff like that, we'd jump on bikes and stay awake for 3 days, but then it would take then we'd eat. Back then it was the new one, the little bars and shit. The Mama's Little Helper took the place of Valium. What the hell's the name of that shit? Anyway, we would take the street variety and then sleep for a day and a half or whatever. And like I said, when I really stopped doing stuff was when, I think I told you guys this story before. I had a specific amount of friends that we would get around, and we would just, okay, we're going to just tear it up, and we'd drive around and stay up for 2-3 days. And one time I was sick. I mean, I had tunnel vision. I think I had 104 fever or something. I said, man, I just ain't going to make it. And Quaaludes, that would do it too. But it was about 2 days later, they came to see how I was doing. They'd been up for 2 days. And boy, they just didn't make a bit of freaking sense talking. And I'm listening. I'm thinking to myself, do I sound like this after I've been up for 2 days? And I'd have to, I have to be logical. Hell, if they're doing it, you were probably doing it. So I said, okay, enough with the drugs. And that's been 45 years or so since then. But yeah, Quaaludes, one dancer I went out with. I think I told you guys that story too, where I got shot at in her. She lived in a condo complex where it had the courtyard in the middle. And I woke up in the morning and there was a hole in the window, and her bed had mirrors above it. And something was scratching my leg, and it had broke the mirror and stuff. Come to find out, she was not one of those dancers that she liked everybody. Women, men, didn't make a difference. Well, this gal this was a gal. I went down, found the shell. It was a 380 shell, and ended up finding out who she was. But what she used to do is all the guys that would get cranked up on a Friday night, workers, and then they stay up Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. And well, Sunday they would come in and want to buy Quaaludes to to take to go to sleep for, get 12, 14 hours of sleep back in the day. What did I miss? Traveler did what? What did I miss? You didn't know there was a way to reasonably use cocaine? Yeah, I don't know, man. You know what? Our I don't know if it was everybody's deal, but when we had a party, if we had an ounce of cocaine, a quarter ounce, a half ounce, an 8 ball, whatever it was, the party was over when the cocaine was gone. No one stopped. Okay, well, I've had enough. No, I never heard any of my friends or any of the women that I was hanging with at that time say, "No, I'm done. I don't need any more cocaine." No, I never heard that either. Logan. I smoked back in the day with my friend. We had a, yeah, I was lucky in my life, man. It was the best thing that ever happened to me was getting away from drugs, and then the lifestyle that I was leading when 25 years ago, and moved up to Northern California. I think that was that this one did for me. It was good. All right, what am I missing about travel? I've been dealing with life health issues, and my last horse passed away 10 days ago. I'm sorry to hear that also. But I hope the rest of the family's good. Yeah, Traveler's he's still looking for somebody. They'd like to get him and his wife, who he takes care of, wanted to get. I think he wanted to go to Mexico. You guys couldn't do that, and wanted to come to Thailand too, but for get her on a plane and all the stuff that it entailed, it was going to cost a crap load of money. So if anybody's got a whole crap load of money that they want to give to somebody, talk to Traveler. Let's see, what did I miss? Did I miss anything else, guys? Patty, I have a heart problem. Some saying to take B12. Tried for 2 days. That didn't work with heart medication. Yeah, always talk to your doctor before. I always talk to mine. Like I said, he's the guy that saved my life. That's why when anybody asks me, "Hey Jay, how you doing? How's the healthcare here in Thailand?" Freaking awesome. So this, like I said, I'd put the care that I got for 2 months in intensive care, and another month in a private room in a private hospital for $1 million baht, for $30,000 or 35,000, whatever it was then. I couldn't have got any place else. And when my wife was dying of cancer, that was over at Stanford, and she got the best care in the world from what I saw there. And I don't take anything away from the people here in Thailand. So if you're worried about coming to Thailand and I don't know about the hospitals and the doctors, well, and you don't even have to go to the private hospitals. My doctor works at both places, as do most. Okay, so if you go to the private hospital, I see the same doctor. If I go to the government hospital, I see the same doctor. So it's definitely good here, not a problem. Hey, Lewis, cheers. Good to see you. Hope everything's well. Are you still in Thailand or no? I'm so bad on stuff because I'm coming on the 28th of this month to John Tiem area. But good to see. I hope everything's well. Let's see. Did I miss anything? I never had any desire to try. Still don't. You're lucky, Brock. I in 6th grade, I had girls. I guess they were girls back then, going through their mother and father's medicine cabinets looking for Valium and anything else that they could get from me. And how old are you? 13? I don't know. Too young, man. I'm in Seattle. I'll miss you by a day. Bummer. Son of a beach. We'll catch up again. That was great the last time. I had a really good meeting with Lewis, just kind of kicking back. That was one where I met with Paul and stuff, and we had a good breakfast or lunch or whatever it was. Um, good to hear from you, Traveler. I hadn't heard from you in a while. I know it's kind of hard, especially when you're trying to take care of somebody and live life, right? It makes it tough sometimes. But yeah, so my health, like I said, I'm going to figure it out. I know I will. I just don't like the idea of feeling like crap, and not being motivated, not feeling like going and doing anything. I don't dig it. So I will try to rectify that problem. And where I'm going to start, and I didn't see, did you answer anything on that, Brock? Do you take that Oseptic or whatever it is? Um, but I'm going to stop. I don't know. Like I said, my buddy tells me that it's not good. I'm going to heed his word for a while and see what happens anyway. But I haven't heard. I don't know. Like I said, it's weird. Like even now, I kind of feel off, a little lightheaded. Um, so I don't know. Probably because, and ever since I got that, when I take my shot, the once a week deal, man, sometimes I'll get sick, although this time I didn't. But like the other day, I had like half a bowl of rice soup. Um, what did I have? Not much of anything for the whole day. And today I've had I ate the whole bowl of rice soup, so we'll see. But I think you're still taking it. Yeah, I saw that too on her brother, her first tattoo. It looked pretty good too. Well, I had talked to her before saying when you get rolling, I'd rather give you some dough and have you. I've got some ink that I want to get, and so I will. But I did see that, Greg, and I should be seeing you soon too. I think. So that'll be nice. And I'm making a couple of cheesecakes, so there will be plenty of sugar involved. And I think I'm gonna make something else. So it should be fun. Should be a good time. But yeah, so I don't know, but I'm tired of it. Like I said, I've been farting around with the lithium ion battery, the battery box, uh, all the stuff, and trying to get 20 pounds of shit to fit in a 2-pound bag. But I'll figure it out. I'll get it there. Ganja cheesecake. Well, you can add the gummies to it. I don't know. No, won't be. I ordered the cheese. Should be here this morning from Macro, and I ordered everything I pretty much need from Lasada and Macro. The only thing I got to get is another 9-inch springform pan, but it's like this thick. I mean, the stuff is good. I still got a quarter of one sitting in the refrigerator. I'm back riding bicycles every morning. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'd like to try to get up on one, David, but it kind of scares me. I don't know. Let's see. What's Larry? How you doing? What's the name? Oh, Septic? Bright. Are you still around, Brock? If somebody knows how to the correct spelling, because I don't. It's that one that's for your diabetes, but they found out that giving it to people made them lose weight. And I do have diabetes, so my doctor gave it to me, but he gave it to me to lose weight. But somebody there's Scott. I'm probably saying it right too, or saying it wrong, Larry. But that Scott's got it there. That's I think that's the correct spelling. Looks like it to me. Yeah, there's Douglas has got. Yeah, everybody's got it there. Yeah, Boone's Farm. There you go. Yeah, sixth grade. I did that too. Annie Green Springs. What was the one? There was an apple something and the apple one was I think my favorite. Boone Farm Strawberry Hill and Boone Farm, was it Abbey Spring? I don't know. But we used to get we drink it before we went to grade school. No, not grade school. It was junior high. It was 7th grade. And so here we are intoxicated at 13 years old at I don't know, 7:30 in the morning. Oh, what a life I had. all it does is reduce my appetite and lower my blood sugar. That can cause paralyzed stomach. Yeah, I don't know. I just, my buddy said it's not good, so I'm gonna try. A couple of people have told me it's not great, so so I'm gonna dump it. I just don't know. I got to find out whether it's something I can quit cold turkey or they got to wean me off of, or I never know with some of these drugs. You got to always check with your doctor. And I know we were saying something. What happened? What did Patty do? Somebody was saying sorry for you. We picked up some boons. Ah, God, I haven't heard that. The very first drink that I got sick on was a sangria that was at one of the parties that my dad was the stepdad. The guy I didn't like very much, but I was young, and boy, it made me sick, sicker than a dog. He was the same one that made me smoke a cigar after I got caught smoking and inhaling that at 12 years old or whatever old I was. But like I said, man, I'm still the man that I am today of everything that I did in my life. So for him making me fight, guys that were 6, 8 years older than me and figuring out how to beat them and throwing sand in their face and beating them up in their, in the doorway of their home, all that stuff definitely made me the person I am too. So he was just, that's the way he was brought up in Hartwell, Georgia, and getting beat when he was a kid. And it just was part of his life, I guess. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Hope you're well. Been taking this for 7 months, lost 20 pounds. Yeah, yeah, you can lose the weight from it. I had a good buddy tell me I just been feeling like crap. And I've been taking it, I don't know, I've probably been taking it for a year. First, I was taking the shots he had to give every day. And then he switched me over to the one once a week. And it's the first thing that I'm going to, if I can't figure out how to stop shoving food in my pie hole, I don't deserve to be alive. I just need to eat better. That's all. My sleep. Yeah, so I'm going to try that and see. Like I said, I'm trying to put together the solar stuff for the kayak. I'm going to get the kayak out. I've got some stuff to put on it, the anchor system, a bunch of stuff to bolt on stuff for the kayak. I'm going to go ahead and try it with the little 18 pound thrust, which I don't think is going to be enough. And I'm going to probably buy probably a 36 or a 40-pound thrust motor. I have to be careful. This kayak can only take, I think, 150 kilo or something. And me, I'm 120 or 118. So I have to be careful because this thing, even though it's the mini battery, and even though it doesn't even weigh close to what a lead acid 100 amp hour battery would weigh, it's still 20 pounds. So I'm borderline. So a lot of this stuff I got to do, but I got to get out and test it. Like I said, I just don't want to get in a situation where I've got this paddle that I don't want to paddle and the wind's blowing like a son of a bitch. And this little 18-pound thrust mover's moving me backwards in the wind. That ain't going to cut it. So I ain't doing it for exercise. I'm doing it to get out there, relax. Maybe it'll turn into some exercise. I don't know, but definitely, drowning some worms and trying to catch some fish, that I will be doing. You can just stop. It takes about 2 weeks to leave your system. It can affect. And you say it's bad stuff. It's just not so good for everyone. My wife is on it. Well, yeah, I don't know. When my buddy, like I said, he's in Phoenix. He runs with a bunch of people that have a crap load of money there in Phoenix, and they're all on it, all except for him and his wife. But like I said, he's 68 years old and told me that he did 100 pull-ups before he started his workout yesterday when I was talking to him. So when he's telling me that, 80, 90% of those people are getting sickly, I have a tendency to believe him. So I don't know about anything else. So I'm going to just, give it a shot, try it, stop it, see what I feel like, and start eating better and get rid of some of the crap that I can get rid of slowly but surely. See what happens. Then don't try. Yeah, exactly. I did see that there. I have seen it on one of the delivery services, and but I haven't tried it. No, I got to get together with Andrew and hit up a lunch here soon. I am ready to do that. I don't know if it'll be today, but I don't even know. God, we've been on for an hour and 10 minutes, but that's okay. Yeah, I know exactly, Joe. Exactly. It's just keeping from shoving excess crap in there that you don't need. And like I said, man, if you're out there and you're younger and you're watching this, do not force your kids to eat food, man. I got if you don't eat that, that's what you're having for breakfast tomorrow. If you don't eat it for breakfast, that's what you're having for lunch. You don't eat it, you get the drift, right? Now, that doesn't mean, I don't want to eat it. But can I have a gallon of ice cream? No, you can't. But don't eat everything that's on your plate. There's people starving somewhere in this freaking world. The worst thing that you could do to a kid, man. The worst thing you could do to them. Yeah, they have no filter. The body says, "You're full. You're full. You're full." No, I'm not. My plate's not empty. So if you're younger, which you're probably not, if you're watching me, but maybe you got grandkids and kids that need to know that it doesn't make any sense. Like I said, the difference is, no, if you're not going to eat that, you're not going to get, sweets and anything else. You're going to eat what this if you're hungry. But the other crap, it just absolutely screwed me up my whole life from when I was a kid. But I got it bad, man. I mean, and I was a stubborn son of a bitch. I went 2 days without eating, because I wasn't going to eat that crap from 2 nights ago dinner. And I wasn't going to eat it for breakfast, and I wasn't going to eat it for lunch, and I wasn't going to. Finally, he beat me, but he gave me some food. But yeah, it's not good. Hey, Tip, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Dave, just walk for. Yeah, the biggest thing with me is my knees, so I've got to fight through that pain, and that's what I'm going to try to do. First thing is get off of this, and then just slowly but surely just doing it, because I'd like to get back to actually playing a little golf. When I went with Andrew, I didn't do good at all. I wanted to take lessons, but I could barely do 9 holes, and that was in a cart. But I had to walk up onto the tee box, walk back out of the tee box, walk to the ball, and it was perfect. If I could have stayed with that once a week, moved it up to twice a week, and eventually got to something to where maybe I was, playing once or twice a week and walking 9 holes, that would be awesome. And I used to really enjoy it, but it's been 25, 30 years. It's been a long time since I played. And I wasn't good then. I was okay, and I'm worse now. But it would be fun. That's good, Brock. Let's see, what did I miss? Did I miss anything? No, I caught everything. But yeah, that's the gist. Just moving around, doing something, man. I've got plenty to do. I've got stuff on the trailer to do. I've got stuff, and the poor 125. I think I told you guys when I was pulling it out of the old, where it sits, its cover. I don't have much road there. It goes right down. The land isn't level with the road. It's still set up to grow rice, the land next to me. So when I come out of there, I have to go over and just barely cut it and then come back. I don't have much room. And boy, I just, that hangover in the back this far and the box on the back of the 125, all I heard was a bam. And I hit the brakes and my wife screaming. I get out and go, and I just wedged that box. I had to take the box and the rack off the 125. It was off the deal again. 3 of us had to lift it back up into place. That poor bike is taking a beating just being on the trailer. But yeah, so I've got to raise the back of that deal. What it is I can only pull it in so far, and the top wants to hit my solar panels. So I got to have the guy come back out and just raise it up about a foot. He should be able to just get some oversized steel. It's tubing, yeah, I don't know how big. Flip it over it and weld it in, lift up one side and lower the other side. And it should be fine. I mean, the thing's built nicely, but that way, when I'm pulling it in there, I can back it up and then I can pull it in. I can keep it back. Gives me plenty of room to pull it out when I'm leaving. So we're still trying to. We're seeing about whether that land could be bought over there. There's two pieces. One of them she wants 2.3, and the other one she wants 1.2 because she wants a $3.5 million for the whole thing. But she also wants to work with us, so we're thinking about maybe selling the mother and father place in town, the Thai style front with the storefront and the 2 bedrooms upstairs, and one that I put a whole new metal roof on the back, and doing that. If we could do that, I think that's going to be in the 2.5-3 million baht range. Then maybe that all the stuff that we've got is on the bigger chunk, and maybe we can make a deal with her for, in that still have a 500,000 baht to throw up a knockdown house, and the in-laws will have a place over there if they want to go. I think they really want to go to Ubon, and I think that's where they're probably going to end up. I feel bad for my mother-in-law. Her sister lives there. Her 2 other sisters are going to move there. I went and looked at a house that one of them has there that is actually there. It just needs a little bit to get done. So we might do a little bit of helping them out with the material, and then they'll put in all the labor for free for her. She's the one that lives in Bangkok, and if they move there, if her sister moves there, the 3 of them, they would have a ball there. There's plenty of room on Ubon to plant all the shit that they're planting here. They plant stuff on the people's property next to us that isn't ours. I pay for the property across the street for a year, cheap, 5,000 baht. The lady basically gives it to us. She takes that 5,000, gives it in all of our names to the temple. So she's a good person. But hey, Brock, take it easy. But yeah, so so that might be a possibility. But there's plenty of stuff for me to do. I want to get this kayak done. I think it's going to be awesome. I've got still the bimini top I've got to go on. The solar panels got to go on the top of the bimini top, and I got a lot of work to do on it. So I'm just not going to push myself. My wife says don't go crazy. Hey, Daniel, what's up? And just take my time and do it. So it'll be a good deal, and then I'll take it over, and I'll definitely do a video when I get it in the water, I think, and try not to fall out of it. But it should be there. But I first I've got to figure out what the hell's going on, with me as far as health wise. Like I said, I mean, I just feel just blah, My wife, you want to go to the doctor? No, not really. It's not that kind of a deal that I need to see the doctor. I do need to see him, but I'm going to see him on the 19th. But it'll be. I'll figure it out. I think I'll definitely be able to figure it. I didn't ask you guys the sound okay. I'm going to be there on the 28th and leave on the 1st, Mark. Yeah, that's right. You're going to be around. Are you going to be there? I don't know. It's good to know. Maybe we'll have at least a lunch or a breakfast or something. Yeah, get there on the 28th, and We'll be in the afternoon, 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon on the 28th, and we leave on the 1st. We'll leave the morning of the 1st probably. I was doing some evening chores here. Greeting to the new arrivals. Take care for those leaving. About 10 years ago, we bought 8.8 rice fields. They're now asking 1.2, offered 800. Time about cash today. He took it. Really? Wow. Yeah, and yeah, I think that this lady will work with us, especially. I mean, that's what she wants. Everybody wants. I want all the time. But I think the same thing, Ron. She wants 2.3, I think I said, for that bigger piece. If we can get it in maybe 1.8, maybe even 2, we save a couple hundred, I'd be happy. But and I don't even know if maybe my mother and father-in-law want to pocket $500,000 baht. That's up to them. It's all going to be their daughters and their grandkids, so they don't really care, I don't think. But like I said, for them to go, it would be ideal for my mother and father-in-law. My father-in-law would love it. He loves to plant stuff. Last time we were there, he planted 37 coconut trees that he got. All the plants that we bought, the Samo, we bought avocado, we bought all sorts of stuff. It would be ideal. And like I said, her sister is down the street now. If her other sister moves from Bangkok, it would be ideal. But she doesn't want to leave because what will Dave do? And, and the animals and all that. So she said she would take most of the animals with her if she did, want to do that. But she isn't going to do it unless we give our blessing. And I really want to give them blessing. I mean, she's retired too, I mean, they deserve to be having a good time. And if I felt better, I wouldn't be here that much probably anyway. But of course, I wouldn't want them taking the little dogs, or Bear's been at the door twice now wanting in. But we'll have to see what happens. We're having an amazing countdown here by the Pink River. You are? Let's see, and you're going to be around on the 20th too, right, Craig? I think. There's Bear again. And maybe I'll let him in for a minute to say hi to everybody. See if I can get him. Come on. You want to say hi? Sit down. Good boy. Can you shake? Good boy. Can you shake the other one? Good boy. You're a smart boy. Say hi. Say hi. Do you know what that is? No. Do you care? No. All right, go lay down. He's a good dog for sure. Yeah, not sure. I'm not looking forward to anything in that town. I'm going there because, to tell you the truth, my wife and the kids, all they want to do is eat. I got 3 women with me. It's going to cost me a freaking fortune to go to. Forget about like I said, it was 14,300 for 4 nights for 2 rooms. And then my wife checked it this morning. The same hotel was 56,000 baht for the same 2 rooms. So thank God I didn't have to lay that out. But they just want to eat seafood, man. And my wife will make me bring the ice chest with us, and she'll want to load it up full of scallops and freshwater shrimp and whatever else she wants to buy, and come back, which is okay. We do it usually once a year. We do it. Hey Jay, Dave will have built an entire village before. Yeah, you're probably right, Jay. I like it here. Would I prefer to be on the water? Yeah. Would I be in Jantiampate? No. Would I be maybe towards Rayong or something where Mark is? That's a possibility. Maybe put you up Currycon or over on the other side. Although I think I like the beaches better on the Pattaya side of the water there. But I don't have that option. So now I'll go and visit. But we usually go once a year. We walk through the markets. I have to walk through and the rude people bumping into me and don't say excuse me and just keep on marching forward. Don't give a crap and swallow my shit and don't say anything. That's part that I give up with having to go spend some times with my family. Yeah, we'll do 2 days over there and then Bangkok for 2 nights and to see the Christmas lights. Cool. Yeah, it'll be fun. Are you going to be? I didn't look and see if you answered the other one. Are you going to be there when I'm there, Mark? Although it's that time of year where everybody's going to be with family and shit. But yeah, I know, especially Thai women, right? You know that those two kids and my wife. I mean, and Fa is another one. Look at Fa. But I put a 90-pound, 100-pound woman against any man, any 600-pound man, and sit down and start eating Thai food, and that 90-pounder is going to win. Um, but they do. I think everybody does, Chip, right? They like it. Yeah, they do. No doubt. New Year's will be here on the beach in Banchang. So you're going to be on New Year's, but I'll be leaving on New Year's Day. But yeah, okay. Yeah, and you don't have to agree to everything. I know the way it is. You've been gone for a while. You got family and daughters and wives and stuff to do too. But if we can, yeah, I'd like to tip a beer and have a burger or something, or scrambled eggs or something. We'll figure something out. But I'll definitely be there 28th through the 1st. And what's great about it is I can turn them loose too and say, here's 2 or 3,000 baht. Why don't you guys go out and buy a bunch of food and bring it, home to cook or something, and they'll dig that. Yeah, I think that it seems that way to me. I get that drift. When I look at on the poorer side are the relatives and stuff that I have in Ubon. Okay, uncle's building a house. We helped him with that. He helped us with building ours, and it's not quite done yet. But his place. But like I said, man, partial dirt floors, partial concrete, roofs made out of wood, completely dilapidated. Not on the new part of the house or the new house on the property, but going there, they don't buy pork. They don't have the money to buy meats and proteins. They eat bamboo and they eat a bunch of stuff. Everyone. That's why when we go there, they're happy to see us because we load them up on some proteins and take them out and do that kind of stuff. But still, like I say, that what gets me about Thailand and the Thai people is they're doing that, eating rice that they grew and eating bamboo, and they don't have maybe they killed a chicken, I don't know, but smiles from ear to ear and just happy as hell just to be alive. And I look at some of the people that are in the United States always with their hand out, perfectly able to work, don't care about that, just want give me free money, give me some free shit, and these people go, no, they their retirement, I don't know, 500 1,000 baht a month from the government. And I think it depends on your age. If you're 60, you get 600. If you're 80, you get 900. I don't know. Craig might know better than me. He's pretty much on top of it all. But they don't sit there and whine about it. They're just always happy, man. Every time I go to Ubon, I love it. They're happy to see us, of course. So they're a lot happier. They know we're going to go out to the barbecue and we're going to, get kilos of shrimp and everything that they want, and usually they take an extra couple kilos and shove it in the bag. And first time they did, I go, what are they doing? We're done eating. Why are they loading up with raw food to take home? Well, because they're going to cook it tomorrow and give it to everybody. I said, okay. I guess it is no big deal. To me, last time we went out with 8, 10, 12 people, it was 1,600 baht. So it cost 50, 60 bucks. Nothing, and they're just happy as hell. And the next morning, sure enough, come over with rice soup and with shrimp, and then for lunch sitting there, at the house. And that's why I want to do the solar there. I got to get my wife out. It's probably going to cost me. I think I can get it done for 150,000. I think I can get 10 panels put up, a 5K system, and one 48 volt, 200 amp hour battery, which will take it through the night. Then when all three sisters are there, my mother-in-law, of course, will be living in the U-Bahn house. I'll teach them how to get that app up on their phone. Hey, if the sun is out shining, because the one aunt that's there is getting older. Every time that she could get into the truck to take a ride in the truck to go anywhere, she didn't care where. I said, why does she do that? She just wants to ride. She wants the air conditioning. She's hot. I said, oh, okay. So what they could do, I teach them how to read that app. Like if I go on here now, let's just see where we're at. Teach them how to read it, that if we're sucking 2,450 watts out of the solar panel and I'm only using 1,292, go over to the house, turn on the big screen, watch a Thai movie, turn on the air conditioner, and relax. Every day if you want to, why not? It's free, The battery and the overnight stuff are mainly for, me probably when I'm there to be able to run the air conditioner and that kind of stuff. But they go over there every day as long as the sun's shining. And what do I care? It costs 150,000 baht. I don't even know what that is. $5,000? Somebody can enlighten me. Yeah, I think so, Ron. Their mom gets 600. If she contributed on a plan, she would have gotten 1,000. I think my mother-in-law gets 6, but I think her dad is 80, and I think he gets close to 1,000. I don't know for sure. But your father-in-law gets 600. Yeah, that's pretty much the norm, right? Between 500 and 800, right? I should say that in normal terms for people that are watching this, between 12 and 15 bucks a month. That's their retirement. So like I said, man, it's all relative. Watch what you say when you're in Thailand. I had to learn, that, it's only 3,000 baht. Go ahead, buy it. I don't do that anymore. I don't say it's only, I don't use those words anymore. I think it's degrading to Thai people. But for them there, my mother-in-law there, Bear would probably stay. The two little ones would probably stay. Everybody else would probably go over to the U-Bahn house. But there would be three sisters together there. My father-in-law could go throw his net. There's so many places to fish around there in U-Bahn. I didn't even realize it. And like I said, they could sit there, cook your Thai food in my American kitchen, and I got an outdoor kitchen that someone could live in. That's how big that outdoor Thai kitchen is, and that overhang, and live life, man. Like I said, do I want to pay? No, that's the reason I'm putting it in there. I pay 2,000 a month now, in case somebody's not familiar, because they want me to pay 300,000 baht to put a transformer up, and then they want to charge me less for I pay double what I pay here in Surin for my electricity, double, twice as much, and because they want me to put in a transformer, I said no freaking way, I ain't gonna do it. Did I say the F word? No freaking way. And so I'm going to do this and basically get off the grid pretty much completely. It'll be there, but I can only run one air conditioner. If I run one air conditioner and turn on a fan, the fan will go. If you try to take a shower with the air conditioner on, the lights will dim, when the heater comes on in the water. That's ridiculous. And I'm paying twice the amount for electricity. So my electricity bills, they try to keep it down. We put up solar lights around. The brother-in-law or the cousin that watches the property, he's only there maybe 4 nights a week, but it still costs me 2,000 baht a month. Now between getting this place working right, which I'll know this time, the end of this month, I'll know. The last bill was 5,000 baht. I'm hoping that it's going to be down to under 3,000 baht. And that's where it should be. I keep more money in my wallet. So laying out the 150,000, I'd rather do. And like I said, the sun's always shining mostly all the time here in Thailand. It doesn't rain, yeah, but for the most part, there's something out. And if you're only going to be running an air conditioner and a TV and a light and a fan, you don't need a whole hell of a lot, especially if you got the battery. So when the battery gets charged, I just teach them how to read that thing. And I'll tell them, this is free. By you not using this, you're wasting money. You're wasting my money because you won't go there and turn on the air conditioner. And then the Thai ladies were, what? We're wasting? They'll be there. Because I don't want them to think, man, if they think that it's costing a penny, they're not going to do it. Just the way the people are. They don't have it to waste in the first place, right? They're just good people. Have I ran into any assholes? Not really, not yet. Thai people, anyway. Are they out there? Yeah, I'm sure they are. But for the most part, everybody that I've met that's Thai is just smile on their face, happy to see me, cordial, want to talk, want to speak English, they're just good people, man. And I want to say everybody that's here has their significant other and their Thai family. I know you guys feel the same way. I know it. But when I was a teenager, I don't know how to kill chicken for cooking it. Hard for me to do, even to try to kill fish. My wife's the same way. I said, if we go out fishing, we'll get it. Well, can you cook it up for me? She said, yeah, if you kill it. Buddhists, they don't like to kill anything, which I think is a good thing. You shouldn't be killing things. Now, if you talk to me, 30 years ago, I would say, yeah, there's a lot of things that need to be killed. I guess it's just older and changing your morality and the way you think, But Alan, last month 315 baht. Yeah, there you go. But I've got the ponds and everything here. I run my air conditioner. It's in there. This one's running. The one in my bedroom's still running because I'll be going there, maybe taking an old man nap later on. So I run stuff, and the Thais are just the opposite way. They'll shut the stuff off. That's why I paid the 300,000 baht to get the solar here. That hasn't worked correctly since I put it in, but I think it's working good now. Was because I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm giving my wife a nice home here, that and the U-Bahn and whatever she's got, but she makes 22,000, whatever it is. The first bill that we got here was over, I think it was 12.5. It was between 12 and 14,000 baht. People don't pay that for rent, okay? And I'm thinking to myself, if I die, my wife she loves this house. She'll live here and just won't turn on the electricity. She just won't turn on an air conditioner, won't do anything, And that's just the way of the Thai people, They live within their means. They don't try to live outside their means whatsoever, It's a difference between, can I eat or do I need to turn on an air conditioner? Well, the air conditioner goes away and everybody eats. So it's a deal, but it's just, I don't know. I'm in total amazement. Hence the name of the channel. Gotta love Thailand. The people, the way of life, everything that they do. Like I said, they don't go running to the government saying, speaking of that, let me turn this down. They don't go run to the government to give me some money. They go down and try to catch fish and either eat the fish or sell the fish. They do what they got to do to survive. They don't go with their hand out. Government would just laugh at them anyway. But they just make it happen. And it doesn't matter whether they're 60, 70, 80, or 90 years old. They're going to be out there cutting grass to feed a cow or do whatever they got to do to live. There's just no doubt. Did you talk about dying? I know. My wife thinks I do too. She doesn't like it. But Yeah, and I don't want to. Well, that's why I want to figure out what's going on with me, because that was the way that I kind of started this live stream today, was that I just have felt crappy, just didn't want to do anything, don't want to move, don't want to go, don't want to, just bleh, you know, and I got to figure out why. So we'll see. I like to make the video complete. Well, I mean, we're all going to die, right? Fact of life. But I want to hang as long as I'm, I don't want to do. I'd rather not live the way that I'm living now. That's I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to. I want to figure out what the problem is and fix it, which I think I can do. I hope. I got work to do on the pond, but that's what I was saying. So 14,000 baht, there's no way that my wife would live here. So I said, I'm going to put in solar, because the way that I did Mark could be 10 times better, and probably Brock. Mark could tell me, they had this exactly, but I did all the figures, and I'm going, this is what I should be. It should come from that down to 2,000 or 3,000 baht on good sunny months. I never saw that. And the reason is that they didn't have it programmed right. I wanted it solar panel, battery, grid. And then now that's the way they're working. So at the end of the night, you see this thing, the sun goes down, the panels go down, all of a sudden it starts sucking for hours, 2, 3, 4 hours. It's sucking juice out of the batteries to make up for that. Just that alone, just figure 30 days at 4 or 5 hours each day. At the end of the day, it's got to be a ton of dough. And it just hasn't. The last one's been the closest. I think it was 4,800 or something. But I think it should be way down there, So we'll see, because I didn't get a whole month in. And if it doesn't this time, I'm going to the meter, writing down the numbers myself. And when they come to read it, I'm going to be right on top of it and get the exact numbers. I don't know why in the world they would want to screw me, but that's what I'm figuring is the only thing. After I've got it dialed in now, that's the only thing it could be. Dave, you are a rich man. My wife thinks turn on the air. No, that's one thing I won't give up, Douglas, is my air conditioning. Although, like I said, when I first got here to Thailand, 80 degrees out, I'm a ball of sweat, just soaking. Now it's got to be 95, 93. I could actually even sleep. Before I couldn't sleep. 80, 85, if I've got a fan, I could probably go to sleep, but I don't. I turn on the air conditioner. So, if I didn't have the money, I guess I wouldn't do it, right? Yeah, you're lucky to have hot water. I mean, the kids, they're still in amazement. When I got here, how my wife did, you've heard me go on about my wife. She's freaking awesome. But to have everything that she did on her salary and what she did, private schools, and what she's done for this family is just freaking amazing. But she rented the apartment there so that her mom could go there every week and spend Saturday and Sunday with the kids, so they didn't have to stay in the school. But that had nothing. No air conditioner, no hot water, no washing machine. I gave them hot water, air conditioner, and a washing machine. So they're like the hits of the school. And it's weird too, because the kids are in total awe of what they have. And they flat out just asked my wife, it's because we have Dave, right? And my mom and my wife says, yeah, pretty much. And I say, my life is great because I have you. I have you guys. But it's just amazing to me to be able to see. I don't know. They totally amaze me. But with the air conditioning and with that stuff, they're loving their life that they have, and they deserve it. They're good kids. Never once have those kids come here and what do you need? You want Coke? You want this? You want that? And my wife tells them, oh, we need to do this and the laundry. And these kids been in school the whole, whatever. They come home to maybe try to relax a little bit. They work their asses off. So it's like, I don't know. Still always 30 degrees. Yeah. It took me 5, 6 years to get acclimated, but I'm finally acclimated to Thailand. People like Jake and stuff coming out of Florida, and stuff like that, they're going to acclimate in 2 seconds. But yeah. This is my time of the year here too, Ron. It's definitely reasonable. If I had fans, especially out here, I probably would. And usually on this one, you can see right now, usually when I'm in here and I'm just farting around, I keep it set at 28, sometimes 29 this time of year. And so it's basically just a fan anyway. The compressor's not kicking in and out. So let's see. Did I miss anything? If you guys, it says what? Now let me turn it on. She's cold. My wife's cold. I swear to God, the woman's a saint. Anyway, you've heard me say it. But complete quilt over her head. Now with the 2 dogs under it too, because now they're cold. And all night long, I'm in maybe a shirt, not a shirt, but nighttime pants. A pajama bottom type thing, laying just on the top, maybe a thin little sheet, and that's it. But she's over her head all night long. Has been that way for the 5 years or 6 years we've been together. Never, she's always cold. So it's, but it's definitely, especially like I said, this time of year, you can get away with that. And so people that are coming, that's the hardest thing right here that Mark's got here for people, I think, to deal with when they come to Thailand is that first number, that 60-70% humidity. I think it's a hard thing. It was hard for me. But there's you come to Thailand, you're out walking around, there's going to be a restaurant, a bar, or something that you can duck into that's air conditioned. To have a night, especially in that area over there in the bigger Pattaya, Bangkok, the bigger areas, you're gonna have it. Here, we have it, but we just don't have the people coming, the people coming and visiting, and the tourists, I guess, would be the bottom line. But now with the humidity, and like I said, I got a glimpse of it. If you go to Costa Rica, it's on the other side of the world, but it's almost at the same amount of distance off the equator, and they do the exact same thing. They have a rainy season. They have it's 70% humidity and 80s, 90s, out, and they put ice in their beer. It's almost exactly the same climate. So I did get 8 months of that when I was there, trying to define my life, what I was going to do. But it was, I don't know. Like I said, it took me a while. If you come here and you're coming from a climate like that, that's in Florida or even a lot of parts of Texas, there you go. There, Douglas has got it. Houston 76 in the summer. You come from that area, you're gonna acclimate just fine. You're not gonna have a problem. The temperature doesn't change much. Hot season, April, humidity is rising. Yeah, Mark lives closer to the ocean too, though. So, burr. Yeah, Randy. Yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of the temperature. I mean, I can go pretty much anytime I want, anywhere I want. I haven't. My wife has bought I've been here 6 years, and I haven't bought. She buys these T-shirts, pants, nighttime pants, shorts. Now she's got me wearing shorts. I'm not a big shorts person, but she's got it. She's got me doing it. But like I said, man, you can go. That was my big thing. I want to go swimming in the ocean on Christmas and New Year's. And if I can do that, that's one of the places. And you could do that in Costa Rica. You can do that here. I guess you could do it in Vietnam, any place in Southeast Asia. That's what I wanted, and that's what I got. And like I said, when you can come here and have an electric bill of $15 for the month, rent a place that you can drive 3 minutes, you're 5 minutes, you're at the water, and you've got air conditioning, a 1 bedroom, and you're paying 7,000 baht a month, 8,000 baht a month. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, people jump on me when I say I did a couple of videos on living here for $1,200 a month US, and I still stick behind that. And that's with getting your medical insurance and doing everything. Is it going to be, like I said before, living I'm on top of the world, ma? No, but having 3 squares and eating Thai food and getting out and about and being retired. And a lot of people say, well, to me, when I did that video, it was for the choice between me intruding on my son or my daughter or my family and taking a room that they could get $600-800 a month for if they wanted to rent it, that I couldn't afford to pay that much for, and living if I was at $1,200 US dollars a month, or going to come to Thailand and be able to live here on my own, not depending on anybody else to give me shit. I would choose that. Now, would I choose where I'm living now and only spending $1,200? No, but it's a difference between if you've only got $1,200 and you've got 5,000, but you chose to live on $1,200. That's not what I'm saying. So just so you know. Hey, Kenny, sound good? How you doing? Visa renewal complete this one. I got to do mine in February. I've got to go. I do have a license. I saw that Chuck's got his license now. And in case you don't know, I think the first one in Thailand is 2 years, and the second one's 5 years. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on driver's license. And I guess I'll be seeing you guys soon too. I am bringing cheesecake. And I think I'm bringing barbecued baked beans too. Cool. Yeah, it'll, like I said, man, you put me in this situation where I would have to rely on my poor son who's got 4 kids and, even inconveniencing myself on them, or, going and making it on my own. I take the on my own every day. You get your 5-year in February. Cool. I spend every dime every month. I'll take it back. My wife. I take usually 3,000 US dollars. I've been pretty upfront with everybody. And that's plenty of money. And there's even a small mortgage on this place that's like 1,400 baht a month, which I'm going to get rid of. The Ubon house we built out of pocket. The truck, I put almost $1 million down on that, and the car. And between those, I got payments, little payment. On my Forza, I still have a 3,900 baht payment on that. When we bought that, my wife bought it, and she wanted to build her credit and get her credit. My wife's a smart lady, and all that. But there's plenty of money. I've got plenty to do whatever I want to do. And I mean, if I wasn't married and I'm coming here, I'd be on top of the world at 3,000 US dollars a month. I'd have on the 85th floor overlooking the water, 180-degree view, 2-bedroom, one for an office, one for a bedroom, and still wouldn't tap into the money each month. So, always check it into. But like I said before, if you're not going to retire in your own country, you ought to at least check out Thailand and go back and forth. I did it in 2 weeks. I came here in 2 weeks. I had lost a wife, which kind of pushed me in that direction, but came here and checked it out for 2 weeks. And I felt good enough that I said, yeah, but I had spent in this environment, the environment wise with the humidity and the temperature, I'd spent 8 months in Costa Rica. So I knew what I was getting into there. But I think the 3-month window, and the reason that I say 3 months is that's usually where you're going to get your biggest first break on monthly rental. 6 months even better, a year even better. But at least 3 months, and check it out. Travel around. You don't even have to stay in one place. Stay 1 month here, 1 month there. Check it out. But I guarantee you, cost of living, are there other places? There probably are. But when you're talking, I don't know, like, what did I say? When I was in Phuket, which was the high rent district, I found a 1-bedroom house for 10,000. So even at today's date, by 33.5, that's $298 a month. That included my water, that included my internet, and that included my electricity. So they told me that was unheard of. But that's why I'm saying, when you take, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to know that. All you got to know is how much is it going to cost me to put a roof over my head? Then you can do all the rest of them. Well, I can look at so-and-so's video. You can eat for 40 baht for breakfast, 50 baht for lunch, 80 baht for dinner, costs you $4.50 a day. You can survive and get food there. Okay. How much is the electric? Well, you can talk to a bunch of people. 1,000 baht a month if you run your air conditioner every day, 30 bucks. Okay. You can figure it out. I don't suggest to anybody move in someplace if they can't afford it. But you tell me anybody that is making $1,200 in the United States, living anywhere in California, and is going to be able to live on that. Because I know right for a fact that even if they rent a room, it's going to cost them half of that for the room they rent. Forget about your insurance. Forget about your, whatever, gas in a car, food, whatever, half your money is going to be gone right out of the gate, and that's the way I think about stuff. Like I said, I don't want to be a burden on my kids. In fact, I don't want to be a burden on it. That's another thing that my wife will take care of me until I take my last breath. Okay. And at this point in my life, if something happens to my wife, God forbid, those kids will take care of me until I take my last breath. Who's going to do that in the United States? An old age home, maybe, costing you $5,000-$6,000 a month. It just, be smart, be intelligent, be logical when you come here. If you want to come here and chase 19, 20-year-old women, God bless you. But I hope you got $5,000-$6,000 US a month, and you're probably only going to live maybe 5 or 6 months. But if that's not your criteria, you want to relax, meet some people. All these people that are in the chat now, and the people that usually watch this deal, they're people I met here in Thailand, and I consider them friends. We go out to lunch, we meet up. They're good people. You can have an existence, and that's another thing. Because I lost this of 30 years doesn't mean my life was over at 62. I thought it was. I thought my life was done. I didn't think I was going to meet a 38-year-old woman that was just an unbelievable, and build 2 houses and buy 2 cars and buy 10 motorcycles and have a smile back on my face and have a person that I love. No way. I would have told you, you're full of shit. Go down the road. It is possible. It happened to me, and you don't need a ton of dough, man. You don't need a ton of dough. If you got even your Social Security, if you busted your ass your whole life, but you never really planned on, I never bought a house. I only rented. And I didn't do this. And now my wife's passed and this and that. But if you had a good Social Security and you're getting $2,500 a month, $2,800 a month, you can have a very, very, very decent life here in Thailand. And that doesn't mean you're going to come here and find a woman. I wanted a female. I had figured that she was my best friend, man. And when you talk to a woman, it's a totally different ball game than sitting down and shooting the shit with the boys, you know. And I was missing that. I had that for 30 years. This woman would listen to anything that I said and never say a word to anybody. You'd have to kill her, you know. And you know, so I was, and I just wanted to talk, and I got lucky. I consider I got lucky. And I know a lot of people think they're lucky. Douglas probably does. I know Ron does. I know Mark does, and everybody thinks they have the best significant other than the next man. But they are here. They are good. The women that would be in what I would think would be in the range if you're retired, 62, you're collecting your Social Security, they're going to be in their 50s, 50 years old, you know. And the women there, that you have $2,800 a month, well, you're rich, you know. And if you find somebody and you enjoy their company, and always treat them with respect and dignity, you know, you don't be an asshole, and don't bitch because I want her to go with me, but she wants me to give her mom and dad money. That's because she does. Be logical. Have a brain in your head. You're asking a lady to go travel around with you and have a good time, and she's saying no problem, but I give my mom and dad 10,000 baht a month, half of what I make. You know, don't be stupid. Don't be an idiot. You know, don't have stupid on your head. You're going to get punched in the head quite often. But you'll, you know, I don't know. I'm a firm believer in Thailand. So, all right, what am I missing here? California, 55-year-old trailer park life can have rent as low as 500 nice trailers that can be had for cheap. Then it's subsidized utilities for the elderly, food stamps, and you could stay alive barely. Yeah, I probably, and you're probably right, Craig. But if I had a choice to doing that or staying here in Thailand, I think I'd pick Thailand. Mark's making donuts. What is he making donuts? I'm up for that. I got cheesecake coming, so I got. I think I went with cherry, the topping, and then two 9-inch, 3.5-inch tall. Each one of them. It takes a kilo of cream cheese for each 9-inch one. A kilo of deal, so you can imagine. I'm just going to go with. I did, in case anybody's want. I did find some graham crackers, so I got those on the way. I've got some Oreo deal, but I think I'm just going to use the graham crackers, and then I think I'm going to make some barbecue baked beans. So we'll see. It's going to be quite a good time. Yeah, now I am. When's he making donuts? How did I miss that? Can I get you? Yeah, yeah. You can when I go on. Are you going to come over to Pattaya? Come over to Pattaya on the 28th. Let's see. Mark's selling donuts. How did I miss the donut thing? I had a little bit of money before I bought them. Still in the shop. How long does it take them to get parts? That's crazy. Where did I miss? Somebody tell me how this got on this Mark donuts deal. Mark glazed donuts. Later Scott's leaving. Yeah, Scott's. I think it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Thanks, brother. Thanks for coming by, man. I appreciate it. Don't need a ton of donuts unless you're Mark selling donuts. The donuts on the side of the road are awesome. I don't know if you guys have run across them. I'm sure you are. If you've driven around in Thailand, those little donuts are outstanding. They're still hot. It's freaking good. Okay, makes sense. I forgot about that. India. I haven't seen the glazed ones. My favorite one. The cheesecake was good. I've made 2 of them, and I don't put a lot of sugar in it, and the Thai people went crazy over it. So we'll see. All right, what has it been? 2 hours and 5 minutes. Wow. Time flies when you're having fun, and we still got 19 people in here. Oh, 18. Somebody's in and out. Now 19. Okay. What time is it? 10:30. I'm thinking Macro is supposed to be here between 8 and 12. I don't know if they've been here yet. Let me look at the front camera real quick before I say if I'm going to end or not. Let me see if I don't know if I can tell or not. Nah, I can't tell. Wait, you can tell in my front driveway. I forgot to tell you guys about that too. Is that the shadow is not no longer sitting there. I finally got a hold of the. I told you guys when I went camping on my wife's boss's land, where I did the first trailer video from, and the tent, the air conditioned tent video. Um, the man behind that, I heard Harleys going in and V twins going in and out, and I kind of figured he worked on them all. I finally got my wife to talk to the boss, and then he came by 2 weeks ago, and then said, "Okay, it's going to take me a little bit to find 4 or 5 guys to load this thing up at the back of a pickup." The gases went bad in the shadow, and I couldn't get it to start. I didn't want to tear the carburetors and shit. I just want somebody that knows what the hell they're doing with them, because I said their carburetors are upside down and backwards. It's weird shit. And he came over and got it about a week ago. So I haven't heard anything yet, but I want to get him to put running boards on it. I want straight pipes. I think I want him to get rid of the exhaust that's on there. I'm debating on whether to put ape hangers on it or not. I kind of like I don't know. I might not touch that, but I want them to replace the spark. I want everything. I want to be able to jump on it and ride to Pattaya if I want to. I don't want anything. It's got a chain drive, so I already put together a kit. I've got here, been sitting here to go on, on the bike. Bubble gum, baling wire, a master link, duct tape, everything that I need to fix something on the road. I feel better with it. I don't know that much about water cooled V twins, but I imagine I could figure it out. But for anything else, little electrical problems and shit like that, chains and stuff like that, I could fix. So we'll see. Everybody's never been to Thailand. If you rent a hotel room for you, you can have your girlfriend with you for the same price. If you rent, yeah, when you rent a room, it's for double occupancy. In other words, it's not any cheaper for one person than for two. At least that's been my experience here, Patty. Ron, you must be in the inner circle. He is sending me a piece of what are you guys talking about? What have I Ron is not giving you. Say, what am I missing? Donuts and cheesecake, cappuccinos. Yeah, diabetic. Yeah, exactly. So I don't need it. So I'm hoping all the Thai people eat the last two. They eat the one there too, and I'm sure the people that are coming will like it too. But yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, I'm making them both. I'm not touching them, so they're going to the party, to the barbecue. So will I eat half a piece? Probably, knowing me. But I'm planning on eating some good barbecue. Should be a good time. Teaser for the next live stream, but I went and checked out a. Wow, cool. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what the guy what he's done. If he's got it going, and which I'm sure he probably does. Well, I don't know if he got to run. He's got to probably take the tanks off. He's probably taking the carburetor. I said he doesn't speak much English, but I was hoping through the decipher, and I said just make it run. I didn't. He wouldn't know what bitching was, but make it run good. I don't want no lean popping and anything. Rejet it. redo it, time it, valves, everything. Just do it right. So we'll see. Must not be. Let's see what I'm always invited. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I'm hoping I've got to go. Like I said, I've got to go to the doctor's on the 18th, and I go immediately because I'm up at 4 o'clock. So obviously, you can see I don't miss many meals, but when I'm on a fasting deal, I want that blood taken at the first one. I want to be the first one getting stuck, and so I can get over and have something because it's usually at 7:30, I think. And so if I'm up at 4, 5, 6, 7, I've been up for 4 hours, before I can even think about it. My mother-in-law makes rice soup pretty much every day, which probably isn't the greatest for me either, especially with the white rice. Um, Usually about 6 o'clock in the morning, she brings it out here. So see. I don't know. I'm going to talk to this man once he gets everything running the way it should, Douglas. Then I'm going to hit him up on improvements. Um, I want to see what he thinks of the motor, what he thinks of the compression, what he thinks about everything on it, and then I'll probably go for that. I thought about that too. They got to make some kind of an injection deal for that bike. It's only got like 48 horsepower, 46 horsepower, which is okay. I rode it even with the popping, and it's okay. It gets me through my V twin jonesing. Um, it feels like my Dyna. It looks like my Dyna, and it sits like my Dyna, but it just doesn't have the power, and it only weighs half of what the Dyna weighs. But it's plenty. It's perfect for me, just to cruise around every once in a while. I'll take it to Buriram, and once it's all set up, and maybe I'll take a trip to like Tatpanome and go visit Chuck and for a day or something and come back. I would do that. But my Forza I dig, but I still got to get over the thing of saying that I ride a Honda. It's hard to spit that out of your mouth. But I'll have to see. Let's see. Oh, what did Patty say? One hotel room for you is the same price for the girl. Explain if you can. If I was to rent a room and I put down one person, it would be 17,000 baht. If I put down two people, it would be 17,000 baht. So it doesn't really make a difference. Once in a while, maybe you'll save a breakfast or something, and you might get the room for 1650. I don't know, but for the most part, you get you get the room for two people. Hey, Lewis, you're the man. Thank you very much. She'll be a happy camper. I'll have to tell her. Thanks. She's getting ready to put together all her stuff for the school, so she'll be very happy. Thank you, sir. Let's see. Yeah, that's as far as I know. That's it. I mean, you can go on a Gota right now and put in one person on any room in Thailand, Bangkok or whatever, and then put in two people. Price shouldn't change. Should be the same. I got the kids live stream today. Thanks, David. All right, Tip. Thanks for coming. I'm gonna end it pretty soon. Trust me. What is this? Has to leave her? Is it the working girl? Is that what I'm getting? Am I getting the wrong information? Thanks again, Lewis. You're the man. She's gonna be happy. When you check into a hotel room, when they ask how many keys, I like to get their attention after 50 keys. You know what? Here in Thailand, a lot of the hotels want 1,000 baht per key. sometimes 500, sometimes 1,000, sometimes nothing. But they want so if I went someplace with my wife, we usually only get one key if they're charging, not because of the money, but I'll get two keys if I want to run the air conditioner. I'll pay the money. You get it back. It's just in case you lose the key or whatever. It's bullshit, is what it is. But they'll charge you $30 for a key. Bar, do they? See, I've never experienced any bar girls, so I don't know, Patty. It's not me, man. I haven't been with one, nor will probably ever be with one now that I'm with my wife. So I'll never know. But yeah, if that's the case, maybe they do. But if you're just traveling with your girlfriend, that it shouldn't matter. It should be the same. No prostitutes. That's true. Uh, don't tell me. I know in Europe can be 2,000 for two, but if you rent one alone, €15. Yeah, so maybe that could be. Like I said, if it's a bar girl and it's for the night and it's in John TM and it's right off the walking street or whatever, maybe it is. But in my experience, everything with me has been with my wife. So I've never been charged more for two people than one. So yeah, I guess he's got to be. Here I get two keys, one to keep the. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'll usually do, and usually I keep 10,000 baht in my wallet, so to lay it out isn't that big of a deal. But it's definitely the way to keep your air conditioner on, because I don't like. I mean, there's nothing worse than like if I go to the Garden View, right? And I don't know if they charge or not. Doesn't matter. But if we're going to go out all day and go walking, around and into the seafood market and this and that, and then come back to a room that's 110 degrees, no, ain't happening. So I'll do the same thing, Ron. They charge extra for children. I guess how old the children are, right? Well, like this, I can't. The Sim is 23, I think, and Shushu's going to be 19. So there's no more. So now it's so. What do you need? I need two rooms, 4 adults, and that's just the way it goes. But like I said, I was in total amazement. In fact, I want to do it right now. Let me go to Agoda and check out for that same date, the 28th to the 1st that I showed you. I paid 14,300 for two rooms. Let me go to the same thing. Let me go to Garden View, Sea View. If that says sold out, sorry, we're sold out. But so it doesn't even get. It's not going to give me. It's not going to give me any dates or anything. But my wife did it this morning, and it must not have been sold out this morning. And what I say, it was 56,000 baht for the same two rooms for 4 nights. Unbelievable. My wife doesn't let me carry money in my wallet in 3 years. You're amazing, Douglas. I got to meet you. But yeah, I don't think it should make a difference, Patty. Like I said, it depends. Like I said, if you're on Walking Street and you're, it's fairly obvious, with the tatted up, girl that you're with. And I shouldn't even say that. That's stereotyping somebody. I like tattoos. But if it's obvious to them and they can get away with charging it, why not charge it? If the guys are used to paying it, what are they going to do? Walk away and not go in? So I guess that could be true. But if you're traveling around with somebody, and you're on Agoda and you're doing rooms, it shouldn't be a problem. Over 12 when Rolo was 10. Yeah, I bet you they thought she was 20. But we'll let's see. I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna turn on my other. Hold on one second. I'm gonna turn on my. I'm gonna see if this other camera works. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna still be here. Okay. I guess it does. All right. So anyway, where was I at? Apparently, there's a thing called a short time room. Yeah, I guess in case you need it. See, man, I was totally naive, man. When I came here, I told you I did go on one date. No, two dates actually, and more just to, like I said, I wanted to hear a woman talk. And one of them was the people that I became friendly with that owned that coffee shop. She worked there, and I guess she was a bar girl before, and she was older and came to work there and whatever. And I said, "Do you want to go?" And we went to the Serin Hotel up on the top. We went to a really nice restaurant. And when I was talking to her, I said, "So," she spoke a little bit of English. So we got into, "What do you do?" You know. Blah, blah. So I said, "So what did you do? Are you always working?" Right? "Oh no, I work in the bar." And I said, "Oh, okay. What did you do in the bar? Were you bartender, cocktail waitress?" And she got this look on her face like, "What?" And when she did that, I went, "Oh." I knew of, but I didn't know a lot about Thailand, that part of Thailand. And she explained to me, and a nice lady. Um, wasn't my cup of tea, so that never worked out. And another one I met up. She actually had some balls on her. She came from a different uh, area and flew in and spent a weekend. Nothing happened, and just wasn't there either. Um, and I was with my wife for talking back and forth and met up and everything and Krabi um, and in Serin here for a week. And I stayed in the hotel and she stayed at her house and nothing ever happened. It was just something about her. When I got off the plane in Serin, um, I said, "Man, there's something about this lady." We've been talking back and forth on a line for over 2 months, maybe close to 3 months. So, uh, like I said, it just, if you're gonna come here, just be be logical, man. I mean, if you meet somebody and you've known them for a whole 10 minutes and they want 100,000 baht, that's not the one you want to be with, you know. Or if you're even if you get people, "Can I use an online service?" Sure, you know, you can meet people online, you know, on some of them. I don't know which one's better than the other, but you just know, you know. Like I said, if they're, "Oh, hi, Dave. I'm glad to meet you." And 5 minutes later, they're going, "Oh my God, my aunt just got sick. I need 5,000 baht right now." And then, "Okay, I'll get back to you tomorrow," you know, and move on to the next. Just be intelligent about it. Are there people that get burned here? Yeah, there's people that get burned all over the world by people. You know, just be smart about it. The thing with Thailand is there's so many women here that are between the 45 and 55 that their kids are older and they're out of their house, even if they had children, are close to be. And they stupidly to themselves think that their life is over and they're just absolutely gorgeous. They don't look 50 years old, you know, obviously. And I think it lowers their esteem, which they shouldn't, you know. But I guess what I'm saying is there's a lot of women out there that would be happy to meet you, and if you're a good person, um, you know, you could, if that's what you want, you know, you could have a relationship with. But just have an open mind and think about things and their culture. And like I talked about earlier, don't be an idiot. You know, if if you meet somebody and you want to travel around with them, just be upfront. "I only want to travel around. I don't want to do anything, you know, else. I'm not going to marry you. I'm not going to do this." Just be honest, you know. If you'd like to go, you know, and you're giving mom and dad 10 grand a month, I'd be more than happy to give them 10 grand and you come with me and we'll go have a good 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, a year, 2 years. I don't know. but it isn't what I'm looking for right this second. Just be honest, you know. Let them know what the hell is what's going on, and you'll be better for it. But if it is somebody you want, just be, just you'll be able to tell. I think you'd have to be an idiot. Like I said, if my wife walked up right now and just said, "Oh boy, did I get you?" I'd give her extra money, saying, "Man, you got me hook, line, sinker, everything, man. You deserve everything. Take all everything I got, even the stuff I got in the States. Take that too." You know, I think you know in your gut, that something's right about this person. This person isn't asking me for money every 5 minutes, and you'll know. But can you have a good life after you've been married for 30 years? Yeah, it's amazing, but yeah, you can. All right, yeah, it's been 2.5 hours. I think I've had enough. Let's see. I do know when I'm drinking. I ask, look upstairs and I say sorry. Retired electrician. Hey, all right. Let's see. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks you guys for hanging, man. I'm gonna probably do it on Saturdays still. I'm gonna try to get back to doing it on Saturdays. And we'll just see. We'll see how it goes. But this was awesome. Hopefully, I'll get something going with my with my health wise. Hopefully, I'll feel better. I'll keep everybody advised. I usually keep you guys in the loop on pretty much everything in my life, and I do it willingly and loving it. So, if you guys, let's see. Now, I wonder how I play the outro. Now, do I just end the stream and is the outro going to go? Let me go to Brandon again. Let's see. No, it should play the outro. All right. Well, if you don't see an outro, I screwed it up. Like I said, I'm looking at StreamYard right now. If you guys use StreamYard, we're above where I've got my video clips and have the old 30-second countdown, the new live stream intro, the new live stream outro, my Christmas deal, and other stuff. Above it came these intro and outro boxes. And when I clicked on it, it made me pick one of those for an intro and one for an outro. So I'm just going to say thank you, Richard, for doing my intros and outros. And I'm going to go up and press end stream and see what happens. So if the screen goes blank, you'll know it doesn't work. But I think what it's going to ask me once I click on it, it's going to ask me, do you want to play your outro? Is what I'm guessing. And I guess I could talk to you guys while I do that. Let's see. All right, I'm going to press end stream. Thank you guys again. The new subscribers, you guys are awesome. Thanks for subscribing. You can ask any question you want. Just be respectful. If you want to know anything about Thailand, if you don't want to jump in the chat and you feel kind of weird about it, I totally understand. Write something down in the comments or send me an email or whatever, and I'll try to answer whatever I can. All right, I'm going to press I'll say have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you're at. And I'll go up here and I'm going to press end stream. And it dropped down and it says new outro. Stay in studio until the outro video finishes playing or the broadcast may not end properly. So it says play outro and end stream. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. And I will catch you on the next one.